actually. I find it harder to watch this type of drama, actually, being a parent. Not to turn audiences off, because there is redemption, there is hope, and there's great beauty in it.
Great to talk to you. I mean, I'm a bit shook after watching the show. It was absolutely brilliant, but I'm shook. Listen, we'll start with you, Benedict. I mean, I was wondering, because I'm a parent of an 8-year-old, and I was just like this for a lot of the time. And then I was thinking about actors in this. I know you're both parents. Does it affect how you take on a character like this when you're a parent in real life? Does it inform it at all, do you think, of what you're doing? Because obviously these characters are going through a lot as
I
parents.
mean, yeah, and maybe I don't know. If I'm really, really honest about it, I think I feel that you have to sort of embrace all of human experience as an actor, and we don't have to, but I want to. Which means I'm a parent playing age, so a lot of drama involves children and parenting. It is, yeah. It didn't give me pause for thought, because there's the obvious separation between reality and what we're depicting, being the reality of a fiction. And I guess I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, it is. It means, I find with parenting, that it gives you as an artist an incredible access to the human experience that is makes you so touch paper sensitive that no matter what the ask is, this is an extreme one. Your emotions are incredibly raw and available, and in tune with that. You just become a much broader, wider awareness, and your heart field is fully opened by that experience, I think. It certainly was for me. And I've noticed that, it doesn't curtail your freedom as an artist, in the sense that, oh, you've got kids who have these things to consider. I mean, that alone is important, and more important than any artistry for me. But I feel it also gives you so much more that you don't know until you become a parent. So yeah, to go to this dark place, it may seem antithetical to that, but I think there's so much richness and light and salvation and redemption in this story, actually, that yeah, you do have to go through a lot of darkness to get to that light, but it is in an extraordinary Abi Morgan way, helmed by the extraordinary Lucy Forbes way. It is a masterful and worthwhile exploration to go on. So yeah, and then there's the reality of going home. I put the stuff on and I take it off very quickly these days. It
Yeah.
doesn't live with me or haunt me as much as it might do watching it, actually. I find it harder to watch this type of drama, actually, being a parent. Not to turn audiences off, because there is redemption, there is hope, and there's great beauty in it. But yeah, to do it is not perhaps for me as hard as watching.
Yeah, and it is an amazing journey. I mean, that if you when you watch it through, it is, you're 100% right. But for you, Gabby, I was wondering, did you both get on these shows? Do you get much time, because your performances are both brilliant and you work so well together? Do you get much time to actually rehearse? Because they say TV shows now are a machine, and you're kind of in, and do you like, because I don't know, I'm not an actor, but it looks like you got a lot of time to rehearse because it's brilliant. But do you?
No, I think we had a day of sitting around and talking about it.
Yeah.
But we both come to the table as parents, and as Benedict already alluded to, that, at least in my experience, has offered me a more expansive experience of being alive and being tapped into our shared humanity. And so we're both bringing that to the table. We're also both bringing experience, and we're also both bringing a shared interest in finding something that really feels true and real. And so rehearsal is wonderful. That would have been great, but we really were able to sort of do it on the day, on our feet,
Yeah.
which and because we were provided with this beautiful writing by Abi Morgan and had the guidance of Lucy Forbes, who, I'll tell you, let her guide you anywhere. She's just incredible. We were able to find it fairly quickly. I mean, there's always a sort of, wall you hit there, or left turn you have to make here, and a little reworking of stuff. But I think that we showed up with open hearts and a real interest in exploring these stories as fully as we could. And we were able to just sort of fly from there.
It's kind of exciting, and you do need a collaborator as brilliant and as honest. And I don't ever see any acting with Gabby. She's just existing as that character. She's extraordinary. There's no artifice, and to have that authenticity to go along with that is a primary importance. As is the material, as is Lucy's overseeing eye for authenticity as well. but we were building the planes that took off. And I sometimes that's the best, really, if you have those ingredients, key players around you and holding you. It's better. You're not in overthink, and we had to, because it was the set build. We were locked into locations. It was all the stuff in the apartment, so we kind of hit the relationship heavy. And I think the most amount of research I did on this was not actually into the experience of being a parent of a missing child. It was actually really around who this character was before, what this 10-year relationship was before we meet them, because it is already at fever pitch despite what then ensues. So yeah, I felt prepared to that degree. It's constant discovery, and thank God for collaborators who are fresh and easy and imaginative and up for it.
Well, listen, thank you so much for talking to me. Congratulations on Eric.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.